Hello, everyone. Good day, greetings, afternoon, morning, anytime this meets you. Honestly, I'm not in the mood to do a video, but this right here is very important because it concerns me and every woman that has similar features to mine. Black women, African women, black women generally. We've heard about, the guys, the recent ones, and that's the thing. It's not even a new thing, right? But we always react to it like it's new. And I understand the reaction is annoying. I understand it, but when you've been hearing something for so long, sometimes you get to understand that it's like people are profiting from this, right? You don't do these things unless you're profiting from it. Right? Like if men, black men especially, or any other man for that matter, both on both sides, if a man says he's pro black women, he loves black women, he is very offended by any offense thrown at black women, he gets views. But the thing is that they don't even get as much views as the guys that have something bad, negative, nasty, and all kinds of things, unprintable things. Someone rightly put it, hate videos, okay? Hate videos against black women. Like those ones get a lot of views. And for some men, okay, for some males, let me call them that, they don't care how they make money. You get, they just want to make money, they just want to be famous. So if they do that at the expense of your emotional and mental health, they don't care. you know they don't care. And I want to talk to us. I don't want to mention those guys' names because they are already, they've been made infamous. But then again, I don't think they care about being infamous. They just care about the money coming in. The only time it will make sense for them to be infamous is if it translates to being cancelled, being banned from the internet, and being fined. Now, that is when it makes sense. As long as your reaction is not going to get these males, whichever color they look like, as long as it's not going to get them banned and fined, it's a waste of time. If we really want to get to these men, how about suing them? A lot of us are educated. Some are educated than most. So I really don't understand why we think we just have to talk about it. We just have to click on views. No. Like if you really want to make a difference, you want to show your anger, find a way to sue the guys that do these things. Find a way to sue them. Find a way to get them banned while suing them, and find a way to what's the word I was looking for? Get them to pay hefty fines. Hefty fines. Every time, for every time they have made hate videos against black women. Let hate videos against black women be as how will I put it now, unprofitable as it will be if you said something bad against the Jews. As long as it's not translating to what you will get if you said something that is interpreted as anti-Semitic, as long as you don't get that kind of result, then it's best you just, vent somewhere else. Go and, I don't know, shake your hips somewhere, belly dance. Belly dance and shake your hips. Shake those negative emotions out of your hips, out of your body. Complain to a friend. But do not react. At least not on the internet. Like I watched a video, I can't seem to remember the name of the sister now, but I guess maybe I might tag that video where she tagged someone else who said, look, people get paid for views. We all know this, but we ignore it to say, you know what, we can't just keep ignoring it. Let's address it. We're always addressing something. Have y'all not noticed that? Every day, it's like what they say in Southwest Nigeria. Ojumo kon ara kon. Like every day comes with one negative, one hate video or the other. It's like our buttons. No, it's not like our buttons is out there for just anybody who wants to make any kind of money to just press on our buttons, and they're sure that thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of black women are going to come out to engage it, to say, no, we're not like that. How dare you talk to us like that? They dare to because they know you're going to react to it. Let's not, I'm going to repeat what she said, and that is like, out of all the reaction videos I have seen about, those guys, those recent podcast bros, like somebody put them, that said what they said about black women, apologized for it, they were laughed at about it and all that stuff. Like the most beautiful reaction I have seen about it so far is telling black women to not go to those pages, to go and watch something. Like, why would you even want to go and hear someone insult you? I want to talk about that because she said what she said. I'm going to tag that video into these videos so that you can watch it and learn and think. Don't always, we need to control ourselves. Self-control is a fruit of the spirit. You need to control yourself. Ma'am, sis, auntie, control yourself, please. Is it hurtful? Yes, but do you have to show those who hurt you that they hurt you? Like, don't you think that is counterproductive? People want to hurt you and you're showing them that they have hurt you. You've made them happy. Why would you want to make people that hurt you happy? People say nasty things to you because they want you to get hurt. They want you to feel hurt. And they want to use you to shine. That is even like the most, that is even like the main thing. They want to use you to shine. They want to use you to become famous. And what is the way to make you use you to make themselves famous? They insult you. They say something to you that is, they go to any length. They go as low as they can. They go as low as they can. Now, your job is to make sure that you don't go low with them. It's tempting. It's tempting. Like, I want to show this person. No. You just help them become famous. They know what they're doing. You don't. Do you know what they planned? Do you know what their intentions were before they started provoking you? You don't. And yet you want to jump into the mud with a pig? Why would you want to do that? Like, honey, as a black woman, why would you want to jump into the mud with pigs? I mean, your melanated skin, your richly hued skin is rich enough. You need not muddy it, okay? You don't need to muddy it. If you want your skin to be of a darker hue, get under the sun without a sunscreen. How about that? I'm annoyed at us, okay? I'm annoyed at us. Look, we're highly educated, we're highly intelligent. But somehow, that intelligence does not translate to emotional intelligence when when it comes to social interactions? How is it that intelligent women have their buttons for everyone out there to press, and every time, no matter how many, every day someone is saying something against black women, every time someone is saying something against black people, and then you go there, you engage them, you respond to them? Why would you do that? If you're going to respond to them, you don't respond, like you don't tag them, you don't mention them, and you talk to those who are being insulted. That is the way you address it, if you must. Which is why I'm not talking about, notice, I'm not talking about those guys. I'm not talking about them because, well, God made them. I'm not going to say, I will let God just handle them. That's just it. I'll just let God handle them. However, again, I need to talk to us. I know how hurtful it is for us to be hated, despite the fact that we're so loving, we're so caring. Most of the time, we don't wish others harm. Most of the time, we are very caring and motherly. But then we'll be the one to be insulted if it's, and you don't even know what is. Like, I can't even get that upset with those guys. How can I? How many days ago was it when a woman, was saying something against black women? How many days before that one too, where, like, especially the preferences, the non-black women, the non-melanated women, or the non-black women that are in relationships, or they're in a relationship, or romantically involved or sexually involved, if you may, with black men. They have a lot to say to black women. And there was one I heard, I could not finish listening to it. I was like, no, I'm not listening to this nonsense. Because if someone stopped me on the street, or tried to stop me in the street, and was saying the same thing this woman was saying, I would have walked past. So I was like, no, I'm not listening to this. But there are women, black women, who will listen to all of it. You know why? Because a part of us believes that. And that is who I want to talk to. That black woman, despite your achievements, despite your beauty, despite how amazing you are, how talented you are, how caring, loving that you are. You're beautiful, loving to a fault, kind to a fault. Your problem is that you want other people to see the beautiful person in you. And that's why every time they say, after all the kindness you've shown, every time people mistreat you, you take it personal. And you ought to. But you can't react personally. You got to be indifferent. I know we're honest to a fault. The part of being honest to a fault is that, one, we say what we're thinking. Immediately, we think it. Bad idea. Especially when someone is saying something bad about you or to you. Ignore them. It's hard. I never said it was easy. But keep doing it. That's the only way you can silence it. But then you can go a step further. Ignore it and sue. Report. If we use this energy to click as many as we are, yeah? If we use this energy to report the individuals that make hate videos, mocking videos about black women, do you know what's going to happen? Those guys will be banned. And then if we see that they're not banned, which obviously, the social media space also thrives, is making money from views and clicks and reactions and comments. So they are not going to be so fast as to ban and fine anyone who's make hate speech or hate statements or hate videos, mocking videos about black women, about who we are, our behavior and stuff like that. Because they know that is making them money. They're going to act like they didn't see it. In fact, they're going to like try to get, like, we don't, sometimes they will send you a reply saying that, oh, we checked what you asked us to check, but we did not see any reason to ban the individual or to ban the videos. Because they know that as black women, we never think of suing anybody. We don't take it upon ourselves to do that, but we take it upon ourselves to react and to add to people's revenue at our expense, no less. Can we think? And beyond thinking, can we have more self-esteem? Yeah. Why? You don't believe the things you say to yourself? Do you say the same things to yourself? Do you tell yourself all those horrible things that those individuals say about you on the internet? Do you believe those things? Do you say those things to yourself? If you're beautiful, you're desirable, you're kind, you're loving, you're caring, you're strong, and you believe it, why would you do things that would make those who believe otherwise make money? Why? Please, let's have emotional intelligence where we are concerned. We know we've been read. Psychologically, we've been read. Like we have been, we like they say in Nigeria, see finish. In other words, we are almost like a goldfish. They know that we only talk, but we will not sue. We'll talk, we'll react, we will not sue, and they will cash out on that. Don't we see how non-black people, Jews especially, they would demonetize you immediately you say something against them. Some of them say things against black people too. And why not? Because they're going to make money from it. You're just going to react. You're not going to sue. And you are educated. Please explain to me. And we have lawyers among us as black women. So sometimes I wonder, what are we doing with our education? What's the worst that can happen? So you ban the social media that refuses to ban anyone who says something against you. Why would you feed your time, use your time to feed people, organizations that think your disrespect is something you should swallow because they are making money out of it? Ban these people. Sue them. And if the social media platform dares to sweep that thing under the carpet or be lackadaisical about it, you sue them too. Or ban them, ban and sue. How about that? Can we do that? If we think we are so important, and we are, but apparently some of us will say, oh, it's not that deep. Oh, yeah? You think you're not that valuable. Your honor, your dignity is not that valuable for you to sue for? I press the report buttons a lot. If anyone makes a comment, look, the only reason I will not report you is because I didn't see what you wrote. But the moment I see what you have written, how many? Look, the recent one that happened with that pale dude, that pale individual making jokes at himself and not black women? How many of you people that went to his platform, how many of you reported his platform? How many? How many of you threatened after you reported? How many of you threatened the social media you read it from, that if you guys do not ban and fine this man for what he said, we are signing out completely. We are deleting our accounts on your platform. Imagine if all black women just decided to delete their accounts from a platform, or just sue. Either is fine. If you're already making money from that platform, it doesn't mean you should keep quiet. You can sue that platform. Like, I'm making money here, so I'm not going to just remove my content and delete my content from this place. Absolutely not. So you are going to do the needful. You are going to ban these guys and you're going to fine them. That's what we should be doing. If we're going to react in a way that would reverse the damage. Not put it at an advantage to the person. Like, put that person at a disadvantage. That is how you react. And without getting touched yourself. I mean, and let's get some self-esteem. Okay? That stand in front of a mirror thing. Believe what you're saying to yourself. Believe that you're beautiful. Say good things about yourself. Say amazing things about yourself. Self-affirmation and all of that. Don't just say, well, I don't believe it. Well, keep saying it until you believe it. Keep echoing it until you believe it. Anything other than positive said to you and about you, block it, cancel it, report it, get it banned. Get it banned, get it cancelled. Anyone who supports them will be cancelled right along with them. How about that? Oh, like I said, my enemies, not me. Okay, where I come from, if we're feeling not 100%, we say our enemies. Okay, so my enemy is not feeling too well. It's not feeling well, actually. My enemy is in pain right now, but I needed to do this. I needed to vent. I hope you all hear me. Please, when people are trying to hurt you for their own advantage, don't give them the pleasure. Instead, let them receive pain for it legally. Force the legal system to punish them accordingly. When are we going to make someone a scapegoat anyways? As black women, when? When are we going to pick just one person? One person. One from the black race, one from those who are not from the black race, who are insulting black women to make money and to become famous. One each, making two, just two. And focus on them and see to it that they do not. They don't even get hired at a regular job. They don't get hired online. They don't get hired offline. By the time we do that, the other bullies will scatter. Where I come from, they say the girl is good. Apalunjebe. How do I interpret that to you now? When people are always telling you you're good, you're good, you're good, chances are you're a naive fool. That's what that means. You're naive. You choose to be naive and foolish and be you're a footmat. Yeah, you chose to be a footmat. And like they say, if you're tired of being stepped on, get off the floor. And not just get off the floor. Beat the dust out of yourself on them. Like get up, fling yourself on them, on everyone who has stepped on you. Fling yourself on them, fling yourself on them. As you're doing that, the dust is coming out and is landing on them. Yeah, that's how to handle things. Oof. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. Peace.